What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Creative Culture. We are back, episode 49. And before I go into the segment, we have to my left.
My own name. My name's Aaron. What's up?
And then we have
I forgot his name, bro.
all the way to the far left.
No, it's Joey.
Thought you
We
were gonna
already
introduce
know. Love you guys.
And we are back. Happy 1 year to Creative
1 year.
Culture. That's
Today?
Yeah. Well,
on Monday.
The day
days
this comes
ago.
out. The day this comes out.
When this comes out?
When this comes out, it's 1 year exactly.
Shoot.
It's 1 year
Thought it
exactly.
passed.
It's crazy.
So then
No.
we didn't record for 3 weeks then.
Yeah.
For the two weeks out of the year.
Yeah.
Since I've
crazy.
been gone, huh?
Well,
We're
yeah.
on 49.
It just we just missed, and we missed this past week because
Our last one was in the studio.
You're telling me
yeah.
telling me our 50th could have been
would have
the
actually been
1 year?
52 should have been 1 year, but it's all right. But I have some I did some digging yesterday
Oh my goodness!
because I wanted to see how much impact that Creative
in
Culture's
1
had.
year.
So in 1 year on YouTube, we've had a lifetime views of 182,258 views with 851 subs.
My goodness.
851, huh?
Yeah. So
Why y'all even listen to us for?
almost 200,000 views in 1 year
Wow.
just on YouTube alone. That's
crazy.
crazy. And then on TikTok, they only let you go back to like a certain portion. So I did a couple calculations. I was looking through our stuff. We have over 2 million views on TikTok
Wow.
with almost 520,000 likes, and we have over 22,000 followers.
That's crazy.
20,000.
1 year, guys. 1 year. And then on Instagram, same thing. They only allow in the last 90 days, our Instagram has reached 127,000 people. So you figure if you maybe double, triple that throughout the whole year, and we have 881 followers.
Nice. Dang.
It's a lot of impact.
Insta?
That's a lot of impact.
It's kind of very close to our subscriber count.
Yeah.
Which is
It is.
interesting.
881, and then we have
What was YouTube?
851.
851?
851.
And then on TikTok, 22K.
That is kind of, you
I
figured,
wish we had 22K on YouTube, but
yeah.
you figured that we would have more on Instagram, right? I think it's easier to get followers on Instagram than it is YouTube.
Yeah, but TikTok is the easiest.
TikTok is the
which is
easiest.
why it's at 22K. But I'm talking about Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah, it's
Instagram.
crazy.
I don't know, man.
Like
I didn't think we'd have 800. In
just
a year.
imagine.
And
I think
YouTube.
if we put it all collectively, we've probably reached a total of maybe 3 million people.
Views wise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe just in the span of 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 1 year of consistency can do.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I feel like we could have been more consistent too.
yeah, we fell off a little bit, and just life kind of happens.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we have been a good 85% consistent.
I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, dang, when we were like in our stride is when we were going to LA. We were like getting guests
It was
like,
crazy
all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
You just got to get back into that groove. It's just been so hard lately.
Just transition.
There's been a lot going on.
Transition, and then
ton.
we have Thanksgiving, we have Christmas.
Yeah, it's going to be busy.
So family time. You were on vacation, so like we just had life kind of happen. So
Yeah.
just in the span of a year, that was crazy. That like something that Aaron and I started, and then Joey, you tagged along,
Mm-hmm.
and it just kind of went crazy.
So it's safe to say that like we should start seeing growth. Typically, our
No,
hospital should be January to whenever you go to work.
I want to get back to that consistency. I know we were talking about just a few different people.
Traveling.
We were actually going to go this weekend to go talk to somebody that we're going to have on that's huge in music, like in the 90s and still doing craziness to this day. So that's going to happen. There's some other people that we're talking to.
yes,
So
here in town as well. We got some people here in town, and I think next year though, I'm gonna say right now, I'm reaching for some big names.
Yeah.
Just because I just would love to have conversation and pick their ear.
yeah.
Pick their brain on some topics.
You
and
want to pick that ear?
Well, you know what I meant. But it's crazy, man. We're no longer in the studio.
Or not?
Yeah, just no more studio. It's just crazy. We are recording right now in a disclosed area. We will not share where we're at.
Yes, undisclosed.
Undisclosed. I'm sorry, I said disclosed. Oops.
Undisclosed area. Yeah.
We'll be recording here temporarily.
It's a dope spot, but yeah, we're gonna be here for a minute. But yeah, no more studio. That lasted all but 2-3 months.
Well, there was also issues. We had some issues with the AC,
Yeah.
then heater, and then outlets
2
not
months.
working.
It was 2 months.
But it's
2
okay.
months.
It's okay. I mean, we're doing good, and
Things are happening.
It
Things
is
are
what it
moving.
is. It is
Yeah.
what it is, and we're not tripping about it.
Mm-mm.
And then the last thing I have on here before we move on to our main topic is we're finally gonna come out with some merch. It's been a year. It's been a year.
That's all you,
So
bro.
all I'm saying is it time for some merch? Let us know right now in the comments. Is it time for some merch?
I would wear something that says like just creative.
I think it's time, bro.
Holy Ghost creative.
Ooh, come on, somebody. That's all I'm saying is.
If there were some dope designs, I'd wear them.
Okay,
I just want a hat, bro.
V, I
want a
need you to
hat.
start designing. We need V to start designing some stuff then.
She's got a lot of designing to do.
Well,
Just black and red.
She's got to put creative culture first.
Priority.
Priority. Or maybe we can hire somebody to design. But I think it's time for some merch.
She puts her own sponsorship on
I'm
the back,
with it.
all strings attached.
Sponsored by All Strings Attached.
But what you
that's
think?
funny.
And when she says all strings attached,
I
sponsored by her husband.
just I don't have the design ability. We would
That's
have to hire
fine. That's
somebody.
fine.
Yeah.
But the idea of merch.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. I never like the idea of just putting our logo on something. I feel like it's just I don't know. It's too simple.
Ashley
for
says
me.
that should be our first.
Logo.
Is our logo. I think our logo is sick just to wear. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. It all depends. Like, are we talking about hats? We talking about shirts? Talking about jeans, sweats? What are we talking
I
about?
say
Jeans.
I think what we
Patch.
should do is, and this is just me,
I like CC.
even though we're not technically being, physically active like we should be, but I think we should come up with some athleisure wear.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
Some
I'd wear
athletic
it.
wear.
I still
I
wear
want
it.
some athletic sweats.
Oh, I got roasted on
Joggers.
YouTube.
Yeah, you did.
I got roasted.
Yeah,
Somebody say
bro,
you look
bro.
like you don't work out?
No,
Yes.
bro. Like
You serious?
they
They
kind
came
of.
What
for
do they
me.
say?
I'm like, dang, do I look that big now? I said, I like the idea of during the boxing episode, we talked about I like it's one-on-one because I'm gonna outwork you. Like if it's one-on-one, that's like the mentality I have.
to her now.
And these fools said the only thing he's gonna outwork us is at the buffet line.
Yo.
Hold on.
I was like, dude, am I that big now?
The only
Who said
funny he
that?
does is going through the doors. Not gonna
haven't even seen
work
that
out. Work Jack Black's stunt double.
Oh,
Shoot.
Jack Black stunt double.
Oh shoot.
Bro, come get some then.
Nah,
Bro, I'm
homie,
telling
you know
right
the
now.
last time
Oh,
you
man,
did
I feel
any
like fighting
sport
now.
was high school. Let's not talk like he actually does anything competitive.
Uh,
Bro
Aaron.
says this before every meal.
Bro, are these different people? Yeah. Are you serious?
There's a lot.
Just to
Yeah.
Aaron?
Yeah, just Aaron.
It's on that one clip.
Oh, on the clip.
He's
man.
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comments, and they're all
Hey,
just,
I'll take him.
Bro, that's funny.
Keep it on. Keep
That's
the
funny.
negative.
It's funny.
It's good
Yeah,
comments.
bro, I want to hear some other funny comments. Keep posting them, man.
It's funny. I don't care. I mean,
I'm
hey,
gonna encourage the.
What do you say? They roasted me like a chicken or like a roasted chicken.
like a rotisserie
Yeah.
chicken.
Rotisserie chicken.
Rotisserie chicken.
Just
So
spinning, just bacon.
that is funny.
That was I saw
But
that.
yeah, so see, look, y'all just contributed to our views, so thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
But let's get into our main topic for today. Once I can get to my notes here, I wanted to talk about isolating.
ISIS.
Isolating yourself. This guy. Just the thought of isolating yourself, and my first question is: do you believe isolating yourself is okay?
Oh, you know what?
I know it's
Actually, that's a good question.
I know
No.
I know it
Nah.
sounds like a simple question, but really think about it. Is it okay to isolate yourself?
The answer could go both ways. I didn't even think about that.
I say in moments.
I say, yeah.
For moments, yeah, sure.
They can go both ways.
Have you guys ever done it though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why were the reasons why you've isolated yourself at moments?
I've
or at
isolated
times?
myself during bad situations, maybe because of shame or guilt in the past,
Embarrassment.
embarrassment.
I'm
Yeah,
guessing
something
you're
like that.
talking about like in the context of like an overwhelming time. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, same. Just take a time to compose myself in private and collect myself. If I'm like overwhelmed or stressed out, just need a second. Like I'll tell V, like, just give me a minute.
Yeah.
Just give me 1, 2, 5 minutes.
No,
Let
but
me collect myself.
see, but collecting yourself is a good thing, even if you're telling your wife. But for me, I've isolated myself from everybody in terms of, like, just like holding in feelings or emotions or
Yeah.
just going through some stuff, but wanting to do it on my own.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes we need isolation because sometimes being around too much people or being around people can clutter your mind so much that then your mind is very cluttered, and then you can't necessarily get an answer, or you're looking for something and you can't really find it because your mind is racing so much.
Right.
Like I've done it for me mental health wise, just to get my mental stability stronger, because sometimes you got to be alone, right?
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes you have to isolate yourself. Like for me, it's been mental health. Sometimes it's just to gather. Sometimes I can't find an answer because I'm so cluttered, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, is isolating yourself okay? Because of,
Just taking
Now,
time
when
to
does it,
slow
like,
down.
When you do that, do you
Yeah.
do it like with Ashley or
no, I'm talking about,
just you by yourself?
I do it by myself. There's times where it, like, if I'm being honest, in the season that I'm in right now, I've isolated myself just from me and my wife.
Yeah.
While there's people around, I still kind of just,
Yeah.
I've taken a step back. You know, sometimes you got to take that
Just to
step
kind
back.
of recuperate
Yeah.
and build, kind of fill yourself up. And that's good too.
I wrote here, isolating can bring the revelation, right? When Jesus went to go seek answers, he went to the mountain. He isolated himself from everybody because he needed to seek some answers from
That's
Jesus.
the first thing I thought
from
about
God.
right there.
Like he literally had to say, I have to go away from everyone so I can obtain these answers that I need, you know, to further what God has
So
on earth.
the context behind this question right here is like, if you're going through something, do you isolate? And also, in that case right there, it was more so if you're searching for God, do you isolate yourself? I think isolating yourself when you're looking for prayer, you're fasting, you're praying, you're reading, you're trying to find an answer from God. You want to be able to listen more, then isolate yourself. So that's just that one-on-one time with you and Him. But if you're going through things, which in the past I have, well, the worst thing you could do is isolate yourself, right?
I would say,
Yeah.
I would contradict and say no to that.
Oh, to not isolate yourself? I mean, to isolate yourself?
Sometimes it's okay to isolate yourself when you're going through it.
No, it depends.
I think in spurts.
So it depends what it is.
Yeah.
It depends what it is.
Wait,
Like if you're sitting here going,
I don't think it depends what it is.
I think it does.
You think
though.
you would rather not isolate?
I would
Through
like
issues.
to, if you're going to use that like portion of scripture and illustration, I don't know, because I'm like, you're comparing yourself to Jesus going.
No,
and
no,
doing
I'm
that.
not comparing myself.
Yeah.
It's just Jesus was crowded with so much
Yeah.
people, right? I'm nowhere near comparing myself to Jesus, but
Yeah, no.
Jesus had to also get away from the crowd
Sure.
because he had to go. He had to hear clearly from God.
He went away.
He had to go clear
pray.
to pray and fast to go hear
Right.
from his dad.
Uh-huh.
Like for me,
Yeah.
Sometimes I have too much people saying so much stuff
Mhm.
that I'm like,
Right.
I need to.
You got voices
I
coming
need
from
to,
everywhere.
Like, even though technically, I probably shouldn't isolate myself to other people. Like, why are you isolating yourself? Like, if you're going through shame, if you're going through guilt, if you're going through whatever, there's moments like right now in my life, I'm going through whatever I'm going through. Yeah, you guys know, but I'm not necessarily seeking for y'all answers. Like, you can tell me things, and I will take it into consideration.
Yeah.
But I need a direct answer from Jesus himself. No, I'm not saying he can't use y'all.
Yeah.
But I'm saying sometimes, like, because sometimes we go off of emotions when people talk to us, and sometimes our emotions will lead us to being more distracted.
Yeah.
Right. And even sometimes the advice that is given from friends can lead us the wrong direction.
And
too.
sometimes people are just going to give you the advice because they want you to get out of that rut, so that way you can help them again, or so that way you can do something for them again. I'm not saying that's the case.
I think our relationship is different. If you're talking about me and you, but I like even people in my own life, like there are certain people. Yeah, people are gonna be telling me things, but I take it with grains of salt.
No, yeah, for sure.
And there are certain people in my life that I have told, you keep me accountable, and I'm gonna listen to their advice because I know they always have the best
advice for you.
or
looking out for you.
interests in mind.
I feel like we have that.
Yeah, I have
really
very,
well.
very, very few people. Like there's a handful, and like my dad for the most part, right?
Yeah.
To where I'm like, I'm gonna listen to what he has to say,
Yeah.
not only his experience, but at the same time, I understand what you're saying with like, yeah, you need to get away from the noise and the rest of the crowd, because Jesus would go away, prayer, fasting, and then he would come back anyway. Like I think you need to be.
Oh, yeah, I'ma
always
come
in
back.
community.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
I'm not saying stay away so much that
Yeah.
that way your isolation will lead to your destruction.
Mm.
But I'm saying sometimes isolating yourself for a moment
I think that's fair.
to then go. Like I think about basketball.
Just to search.
Just to search.
Jesus.
Because sometimes like for me, like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love basketball. Isolating yourself. It's 1-on-1, right? You throwing the one up, right? That means everybody get out the way. It's me and the defender. So that means you're giving yourself the opportunity to get to literally, like, it's up to you what you're gonna decide to do if you're gonna go for a layup, are you gonna try to cross him over, shoot a 3, or are you gonna end up passing it over because this dude's like literally swamping you,
Yeah.
like literally clamps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like we kind of gotta be alone, so that way we can see, oh, maybe we can handle this, or you know what, I can't, bro. I gotta pass this. You know, I gotta pass this over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
And so like for me, like there's a time where like I was living a life full of sin, right? So for me, the worst thing that I could have done during that time was to isolate myself. So I would say isolate myself when I'm searching for God, right? Searching for Jesus, looking for answers, praying more. But at the same time, I'm still having somebody kind of hold me accountable in a sense, like I'm letting them know, hey, this is kind of what I'm going through, you know. So just maybe we could just talk every so often or something like that, you know. I don't want to isolate myself from and try to fix my problem by myself, you know.
Yeah.
Search for God, absolutely, but not to do it alone, you know, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, for sure. Because, like I said, once again, like in my season that I'm in right now, I've kind of isolated myself from friendships, from being around certain groups, around certain people. Not that I don't love them, because I love them.
Yeah.
But it's like
I've had to do the same.
I have to kind of.
I've had to do the same even with family.
I kind of got to gear a little bit to the right because, I'm kind of hearing what I want to hear, not what I need to hear.
Okay, yeah.
Because sometimes, and I'm not saying this is happening now, and I'm not saying it is or ain't. I'm just saying sometimes people will literally only scratch your back when you need to get slapped in your back. Like they're gonna scratch your back because they know you're getting ready to isolate yourself, and when you isolate yourself, that means, well, there's no more help. They're not there to pick up your slack. They're not there to back you up 100% because they're gonna gear a little bit to their isolation because they need to be one-on-one with Jesus. Sometimes that's selfish of the person, and sometimes their intentions are good for you, and that's why they're like, no, don't go. You know.
I think you need to identify who those people are for you. Like those are your, like you have
I
one
feel
or
like
two of those people.
I've figured that out.
But at the same time, when you go to isolate, I feel like you still need to let them know.
Of
Yes,
course,
yes.
of course.
You need people to be praying with you, man,
Jesus
and
did the
going
same
through the
thing.
situation.
Yeah,
When he was in the garden, he said, "Y'all go over there while I go over here real quick.
Mhm.
I'll be
Yes.
right here though."
and that's
make sure.
and that's totally fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to bring
I've
up.
isolated myself, and I think you two are the only ones that really know that I've taken a step back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've kind of went and put myself a little bit further back because there's some answers that I need
Sure.
from Jesus. There's some direction I need from Jesus at this moment. I released the reel and I said, it's all right if you're scared. I feel scared right now, but I'm still taking that step of faith
Come on.
because that doesn't just be, you know,
Yeah.
what did we just talked about a few weeks ago when Tim Ross said what's the difference between scared
There's no
faith
difference.
and bold faith? There's no
faith.
difference. It's faith. And to me, it's like I have faith. While it looks scary to take this step,
Yeah.
my faith is in God, so I'm just gonna take this step, and that's why I've had to me personally, I've had to isolate myself, back myself up, because I need to obtain some answers. I need my mental health to get a little stronger. I need my relationship with God to get so a little more deeper and rooted.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I had to take a step back, because then if I didn't take this step back, my emotions will lead me, and when my emotions lead me, there comes.
That's not good.
Nah, like it's no bueno.
Nope.
You know,
No.
you get then put back to your old self
Then you
because
get
of that.
Nemo trying to fight.
Yeah, I ain't gonna fight nobody, bro. Come on, I ain't trying to fight. I'm too old for that.
And that's why we're doing the boxing match, bro. My boy can
I
let out
don't
all his
know.
anger,
They're
bro.
gonna come for me in the comments. I don't know if I'm about that.
As long as you don't put this up as a
Another,
clip.
I forgot to put this. I forgot to say this. Sometimes we have to isolate ourselves because we have to move quietly for what's to come.
Move in silence sometimes.
Moving silently, yeah.
Moving silence. You don't have to tell everybody,
No.
but like Aaron said, at least some like one whoever
I think
you
it's good
know,
to have those people in your
It
corner.
has to, man. You can't just do things by yourself.
You know you, Nemo. I know me. Like
Yes.
I know what I
Mhm.
suck at and what I need accountability for. So you need to know your weak areas and people to keep you accountable in those areas.
So maybe like isolation in a sense, like where total isolation is probably not the best thing.
Yeah. I'm not telling you to
Total
do that,
isolation. Yeah,
but what I'm telling you is it's okay to sometimes take a step back and be in that room alone.
Big facts.
Sometimes distractions are so crazy that you think that you're hearing the voice of God, and you're hearing the voice of Joey, you're hearing the voice
Yeah.
of Aaron, you're hearing the voice of
That'd be
Ashley, of
Yeah.
Isla, of everything, the TV, your phone, your
Bro,
YouTube,
your
TikTok,
closest
Instagram,
friends,
like everything.
Your closest friends could be used to say the exact thing that God's wanting you to hear. And
Of
listen
course. And
You know.
that's
to.
100%
And
right.
unintentionally, you know,
And
I may say the wrong thing, you know.
Yeah. And God sometimes will even use in your isolation someone else when you're walking right by somebody and they'll tell you the one thing that you needed to hear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I always say, God, you speak to whoever. Like if the Bible says the rocks will cry out. So if the rocks is crying out, then that means he can speak to anything. But sometimes a dark and bark, and you might be able to get that translation
I
of a
picked
bark.
up what you saying
You know
over
what I'm
there,
saying?
little chihuahua.
So
Go ahead.
You know, sometimes isolation is.
He said,
is
"Yo
good
quiero
for you,
Taco
though.
Bell."
Oh,
Dang.
going to get
Right.
the stomach all messed up with some Taco
Bing.
Bell.
Straight doo
Not just the stomach, bro.
Be
everything.
holding on to that bowl.
But
My butt.
Lord have mercy.
Take the Browns
Just
to the
took
Super
a-
Bowl.
Just took a whole turn.
The greens,
Uh,
bro.
But
Yeah, I think isolating yourself is okay.
so, what would you say to
There's
the
an
person?
extent.
What would you say to the person who's going through something right now?
It's okay to isolate yourself.
No, what would you say to the person who's completely isolated themselves and hasn't opened up?
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't do that. Don't do that. Like
Ooh, that's an enemy
like
playground.
like
right there.
Aaron
That
just
is-
said. Like Aaron just
to
said.
be alone.
It's okay
right?
to isolate yourself, but you better tell one or two people that know that you're in the isolation so they can check up on you so they can make sure that you're good.
Yeah, what would you say to the person
And
who
they
doesn't feel
can
comfortable
pray for
telling
you.
anything to anybody?
Huh?
What would you say to the person who isn't comfortable saying anything to anyone?
So you better be speaking to Jesus.
I
And
think
you better be
you better
speaking
find
hard.
somebody.
And you need to find somebody, whether it's somebody that's in your circle, not in your circle, somebody you don't know and you gotta pay. It's okay. You gotta go get it.
You know,
Go talk to your pastor.
know?
Or go to church or
Yeah.
something if you don't have one.
Hey, BetterHelp. I know this ain't no sponsor, but
Oh,
BetterHelp.
yeah.
BetterHelp. It's an online thing
some
where you can
therapy,
go. It's
some
therapy
counseling.
for counseling where you can literally just through a text talk to your counselor and they can
is it Christian counseling?
It's just counseling.
That
in
one's
general.
just therapy.
That's just therapy. Like they listen to
Go
what you're
find a
going
Christian
through
counselor.
and doing that. Yeah, go find a Christian counselor
Yeah,
if that's what you need. Go find somebody that's gonna give you the right words so that way you can overcome what you're going through. And if you're going through it alone, just know that you're never gonna win the battle.
the only reason why I asked about Christian counselors, Christian therapy, right? Because I've witnessed and seen some therapists that, you know, when their stuff doesn't line up with the Bible, man, they can give you worldly advice, and that's not good.
I've had both.
I've seen it the other way too.
I've
Yeah.
had both because if I'm gonna be 100% honest, the person that I went to when I had anger issues that were godly Christian faith, they were terrible.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness, they were
Oh.
angering me more than they were helping me.
Oh yeah.
You know, and then
Yeah, that's not
and then the
good.
person that was quote unquote the worldly one sat down and went to the root of the anger and broke the root of the anger
Yeah.
for me to be able to overcome it.
That's easy when you just back it up with scripture, but you got to find the right
Well,
person.
they were using
You got to be
some-
able to discern.
well, you
Like
can-
I would know who's good and who's not, man.
Yeah, if you're walking away feeling discouraged, that's probably not the
Find
best.
somebody else. Find
Yeah.
somebody else, but find someone. Tell someone.
yeah.
Yeah,
You can't be alone.
You have
Dang.
you have
You
one
cannot be
friend,
alone.
you have a spouse, you have
Mm-hmm.
somebody.
But I would say do it like, even if the friend wasn't like responsible enough. Like I would say, if you want to be held accountable for somebody, do it with somebody who one has been through it, has more experience than you, you know, or like two is maybe just older and wiser, man.
Mhm.
Me,
You know?
I love
It can't be somebody at your same level.
if
Nah.
I'm gonna be honest, in this time of my quote unquote isolation, the one person that I've gone to the most besides going to Jesus and my wife has been my dad.
You done, yeah.
Good.
Has been my parents, actually, both of them.
Mm.
Both of them, and I'm talking about not together, even separately.
Definitely, yeah.
You know, and I've gone to them a lot, and even Aaron's just been freaking busy.
I'm so sorry,
but
bro.
but for the most part, like it's kind of like I've needed this time because I've never isolated myself. That's the thing. When I've gone through whatever I've gone through, I've always had people around me, and I'm not saying that they've done this intentionally or they've done this on purpose, but like sometimes when I've gone through what I've gone through, people have only patted my back and never really went to the root of my issue or the root of what needed to be fixed. And then later on, 6 months down the line or a year, the same thing comes back up, and then I'm like, dang, I thought I fixed it. They use scripture, all that, but what they were doing was they were rubbing my back because they wanted me to keep serving, or they were rubbing my back because they wanted me to stay around. And I'm not saying that
Put a Band-Aid on it.
That's really what it was. And to me, it's like, no, like if it needs to be stitched, bro, stitch it.
Cut that leg off. My goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
infected.
I need it. I need it. If I need it, I need it. Like, to be honest. And I think, and it's changed now. My circle, my people that I go to, it's changed. It's not more of like we're not gonna put a Band-Aid. We're actually gonna disinfect it. We're gonna put some stitches if they need to get stitched. We're gonna go into some surgery,
surgical,
and it's gonna hurt you. But it might not even hurt you. If anything, it's going to be better for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes the hurting has to happen, you know?
It's always better for
Sometimes you got to be broken for you to get the lesson in the brokenness. So sometimes that's what I feel like God has been doing with me. I'm not saying I'm broken or anything, but I'm just saying in the season that I'm in, I've needed that. That time of ISO basketball, one-on-one.
Just sounds like you're getting a lot of repositioning, bro.
Oh,
like a
of
lot
course.
of priorities
Heck,
stuff is just moving.
Things are literally like, it's like a puzzle piece. I feel like that's what I'm going through.
Yeah.
You know, like when you have to do it piece by piece, like one by one. And I feel that's what God is doing. He's just moving things around. And I need it. I needed it.
I mean, I know we get
direction.
I know we get frustrated in the timelines and timetables, but just think about where you were a year ago to where you are now.
A year ago, I was just recovering from COVID
and being a part of something different.
Totally different,
right?
Toxic. A year later, I kid you not, I've times this by like 48.
Yeah.
In the amount of reach and the amount of impact that this podcast has had.
Just aside from the podcast, the creative, but I'm like hindsight of just looking at your life overall.
Oh my goodness, I
just see all the little things.
A year
that are
ago,
like moving.
I was alone.
Yeah.
Not by choice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
A year ago, I was literally alone, not by choice. A year ago, while I was smiling, I was broken, and no one knew. Because anytime I opened up, it was kind of surface level, and I'm like, I don't need nothing surface level. I need this to be broken.
Yeah.
And now, I don't have that. Now I can be honest and transparent about it.
Yeah.
I can get healing from it. I'm healing from it. God is literally like I said, He's repairing things that really never been fixed. Like, it's more than just the oil change. Now God is literally.
We gotta change this transmission out real quick.
The like alternator's gone like it is right now. Like, that's why your battery dead, buddy, because your alternator is out. And then it's like we keep switching the battery, and the battery is only gonna last a certain amount of time, but it's not getting its charge. You know, so that's where I feel like that's what God is doing, and He's been doing, and I'm grateful for it. I love it because I already see what's coming at the end. It's crazy that when you know what's coming at the end, like at the end of this, like you can see it and you know it.
His promise still stands, bro.
You know, it's crazy.
I wonder if you ever like, I know I've probably done this too, but you ever get caught up in like you're changing the battery, but it was never the battery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
like there was just this little thing that's over here that you had no idea, but you just keep
that little
stupid
stupid
thing
belt.
Over and
It was that little belt.
It's gotta be the battery.
It's gotta be.
It's not the battery.
Belt. And then it's crazy. Like, hey, it's man. The tire light keeps coming on. It's not even the tire pressure. It's just the darn thing was loose and you gotta push it back down.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's just the littlest things that God literally will reveal to you in the time of being alone.
Yeah.
You know.
That's good. I think we all need to be alone from time to time. I think that's healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, be able to pull ourselves out when we are.
For sure. No, have somebody. I for sure. I know I have someone.
Your wife will pull you out.
For sure.
Yeah, if you have a wife, if you have a spouse, for sure, you better be talking to your spouse.
I told you in the car about the incident I had last week, and how my wife kind of slapped me in the face.
Good.
She had to literally
hit him again.
Not literally hit me in the face, but I remember her telling me stop, like literally yelling at me, stop. What are you saying out of your mouth right now?
Yeah.
This is not true, you know. And I'm like, shoot,
you better tell him.
You know. So having my spouse like that be honest with me, having a Malik in my life, that when I talk to, he'll tell me the God honest truth, and whether I like it or not, he's gonna tell it to me, and he'll tell me it's gonna hurt, it's gonna stink, you gonna cry, I don't care, you gonna need to hear it. And I'm like, all right, bro, what is it? And I'm like, oh, come on, man, you know.
Yeah.
But I need it, and it's hope. You know, not everything that they say to you is bad. Sometimes it's literally in preparation, because it's part of the molding that God has to do in your life.
Yep.
It's just crazy, man.
ISO ball.
It's crazy. It's just,
It's a lot.
it's yeah. You got anything else? I'm saying before I
Yeah.
sign this out.
No, I was just gonna say, man. Like I've been in that spot, man, where I couldn't help myself.
We all have.
You know, and
It sucks.
I really
bro.
needed somebody. I really needed somebody.
Wow.
Oh, I was gonna say too, if you're on the other side and if you see somebody going through some stuff, bro, reach out a hand, ask them questions,
Grab them.
stop with the surface level conversation stuff. Yeah. Really ask them, how are you doing? What's going on in your life? What can I do to help? You know, just like just don't hold back. There's times where I was like, man, I would just wish like this person or this person, when they were giving me advice, I was like, I wish you guys didn't like sugarcoat some stuff, you know? I wish it was more so like, just tell me what I need to know right now.
That's why I don't. Have I ever been surface level? I'm kind of very blunt and honest.
I think everybody can be surface. I've definitely been surface level. I've definitely been surface
I've
level.
been in the season, I guess.
I could have been better in a lot of areas.
I've been in the season of bonus because I don't really care. Like, I'm just telling you how it is.
Yeah, but see, we talk about it all the time. Like for me, like I extend a lot of grace, you know, for like maybe I'm just too soft sometimes. So I'd like to be a little harder.
I know for me now, I'm like, God gonna give you the grace, but I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I'm not gonna say it in a way that's gonna hurt you, but I'm gonna tell you.
No, and there's nothing wrong with her.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with even getting angry with the advice.
No.
You just don't react to it.
Yeah.
You can take that anger and be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna give myself some time a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna consider what you talked about, and I'm gonna come up with a solution.
I think
That's
it's
normal.
hard if it's just an everyday person. It's easy for me to be that way with my people. You
Like
know,
with your wife?
people that I know can handle it. One, and that have asked me to be that way with them.
Yeah,
Remember a little over a year ago?
I like that though. We'll
During
talk about that right now.
when I
Yeah.
had the previous situation,
Yeah.
your wife was telling you, V was over here telling you, hey, say this to Nemo, and you're like, I don't know if I can. And then it wasn't until me and you had that conversation.
It wasn't even that if I know if I can.
It was more, I don't know how he's gonna react.
I needed you to realize because it was such an impactful person in your life.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then the moment that it broke, you were able. We
had a conversation.
From that moment, we
Yeah.
have been 100% honest with each other.
Yeah, for real.
I'm talking about some real, like, I've called you
some crazy stuff.
I've called you crying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've called you hurt.
Yeah.
I've called you ready to fight. You know.
Yeah.
And you've listened, and then you've told me, all right, shut up, go for a walk.
Yep.
You're in your emotions. You're in your
Yeah.
feelings.
Mhm.
Or if not, you'd be like, hey, it's okay. And then you'll tell me exactly what I needed to hear to be able to overcome it.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know. It's different.
I was
It's
gonna
different
say
with different
that
people.
what Aaron said earlier though, actually give people permission to say things in your life. You know, it makes it easier. That way, people don't have to question like, you know, oh, how's he gonna take it? You know, I hope he
Yeah.
takes it right. He might take it wrong. We might mess up a friendship. But if you want to be a true friend of somebody, you guys can talk about it before anything happens. You know, just talk. Hey, if things were to go wrong, can I have permission to say things and speak into your life? Absolutely. Let's start making that. Let's start building that relationship. Let's start being a little bit more intimate. You know, your friends, man. Guys are guys, girls are girls, and the spouse is spouse.
I think it's trying to get the words here. My mind is just all over the place. When you know someone is not trying to hurt you, like, you know, I'm not trying to hurt you.
Mhm.
Like, you know that at the core,
Mhm.
I can tell you anything,
Mhm.
right? But if it's somebody else, like, just maybe, hey, we're friends, but we're not on that level, then I'm like, why are you even? I think that's where for me it would get like, don't try to pour into my life. We are not on that level.
I've done that, and I'm kind of doing that now. Where
Yeah.
somebody has texted me, and I'm like, all of a sudden, get out of it. Like, and I've just kind of like,
That's tough. That's tough.
I'll respectfully say thank you. You know, thank you for those kind words
Mm.
or whatever. But I know I'm just it is a little tough for me to be like, how either someone's telling you what I'm going through, or maybe it is God.
Mm.
And 9 times out of 10, it's probably somebody that told you,
Yeah.
or you saw something, or you read in between the lines of what I posted.
Yeah.
So
It
so
happens.
you wanna do that, and that's it is what it is. I don't take offense to it. I've noticed, man. I have not. I'm done with trying to give people the time to offend me.
Mm.
Like, it is what it is. Like, you try your best and it's not going to work.
I think,
And that's after
Yeah.
the last situation that happened that you guys both know that happened,
mhm.
and you saw a different side of me, and you saw the emotions. Y'all both saw the emotions come out of
Mhm.
me, and from that day forward, I told myself, you will never let anyone that doesn't have that much impact in your life ever take you out of that. And from that moment, I've been able to overcome it. See see those people, see whoever it is. I can see them, and it's nothing to me.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
show love,
Uh,
show grace, because I had to have that. It all goes back to isolation. I literally isolated myself with Jesus. It told him how I felt. Cried, poured out. I'm talking about tears. I'm talking
Yeah.
about baby cry, like when I saw my daughter come out, like for the first time. Held my daughter for the first. It was that kind of cry to Jesus, and Jesus said, "Okay, you've let me in, and I'm going to repair it. I'm going to fix whatever you're going through. So that way, when you see those people, you don't have that emotion, you don't have that feeling, you don't have that in your
That's
your
good.
belly, in your soul,
You got that piece for real?
and that's why now I can see them.
I could see
I
it.
told
Yeah.
you I've extended the love.
Oh, okay.
No,
I'm
he
going
has.
to hug you and
Got
kiss you.
got
He has.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen
yeah.
it.
And the
I've seen
reason
it.
why is because I'm no longer going to let anyone take away my blessing
That's good, bro.
from what God has for me, and for my forget this, what God has for my daughter, because whatever He does for me now is part of the legacy that I'm gonna leave for her. So I'm not gonna let anything back there distract me, destroy me for what's to come for that little girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And brother, you know what? I'm proud of you, honestly, because like even when we had that deep conversation, at the studio, like yeah, some stuff were revealed, but dude, it's better, that we talk and handle it right then and there before anything else outside those walls. And this is, open up to me, you can open up to Aaron, whatever you want, and we
I
can do
do.
the same thing for each other.
I do.
Yeah.
And I've seen the development from that moment right there, and the grace and the love that you continue to extend to other people, right?
I
So
had to.
I'll definitely vouch for you in that area.
I had to because
Mm-hmm.
my flesh was speaking louder than the spirit, and I never want that to happen again.
Yeah. That's tough, bro. And you know what?
And
It very well might happen again, Nemo.
And you got to kill it, and you got to keep killing it.
Yes.
And that's why I had to go into the ice. I had to go into the operation room with me and the doctor to come and
Yeah.
fix it.
You know you, Nemo.
Dr.
Like, legit.
Jesus.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, keep that same energy with like whatever you're dealing with now.
Yeah.
Keep the same energy of
And I have,
that same
bro,
thought process.
and I do, and it's just I've gone to a moment, I've gone to a place where it's like, it's for my daughter, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's for I'm coming out with a reel tomorrow. I'm gonna release it. I'm worried about leaving a legacy, not a legacy. I'm no longer gonna leave lag into my family.
Why
Like
you
I
always
have
coming
to
with
leave the
good
legacy.
stuff?
You know what I'm saying?
Man, dude, let me
so
steal
many
that one.
people want to say, "Oh, I'm leaving a legacy." Yeah, you left a legacy of destruction in your whole family, and
legacy.
the reason why they have curses is because your legacy was full of curse.
Yeah.
But if I can break the curse with me, then guess what? She has nothing but blessings
You either want to be blessed
and,
or cursed.
and rivers of living water for the rest of her life. But that starts with me. If I don't do it, then she's gonna have to deal with the same thing. Then my son, that I pray that I have, he gonna deal with the same thing.
Your next daughter.
Hey, man, Ashley's ready.
My next, whoever, how many children, grandchildren, whatever it is, they're gonna end up having it, and I don't want them to have that.
Yeah.
So
it's
guess
crazy.
what? I gotta break it now. I have to, because I don't want to leave lag in my family. I want to leave strength, boldness, courage, joy, faith, hope, grace. That's what I want to leave for my family.
Yeah. This is a little bit off topic. You remind me of something about like legacy and stuff. Because I think we all have like generational curses like in our families
sure.
and things that we have to kill, right? And people have always asked me like my last name living on. I'm like, I kind of want it to die with me. There's no other boys, right? That are going to carry on like my last name that I know of at least. I'm like, sometimes I just want it to die with me.
No more kids, huh?
Oh, no, we done. Done.
I'm with it. You gonna have nieces and nephews from over
Yeah,
here.
we good.
So we good.
There's a lot of kids.
But what if you were like the last lineage of Jesus, bro? You didn't even know.
I
This
was?
guy. But go ahead.
Well,
I mean, not
no,
a
I just,
didn't
that's
have
all I was
no
gonna say. It
kids.
was like I just kind of want sometimes to like my name just be done. Like I don't care about it living on, but
Bro,
like, I ended it.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of that.
Your name's coming though.
I mean, my bloodline.
I know.
Well, if your brother
Munoz.
has kids,
Yeah.
which we don't know if that's happening.
Let's pray. Let's
Yeah.
pray for that. You understand me?
What?
said we're praying for that.
Praying for that.
Yes, we
No,
are.
but yeah, man, I just I don't want to go too much further, because then we're gonna start rambling on.
Wait. Why do you want that to happen?
Because the curse is broken with
Yeah,
them.
so I can kill it, so it'd be done.
No, but that's not how you kill curses. You don't
But
kill
I'm
curses
good
by
with
killing
my
your
name
lineage.
is just I don't know.
Oh yeah, none of our names have
I'm
value.
chilling.
None of our
Course
names
not.
hold value.
No.
So
I wish
there's
I
only
Yeah.
there's only one
Never mind.
name, bro.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you don't kill curses like that. You kill curses yourself. You don't think just because Malia doesn't have your last name
No,
I mean, sorry.
I understand.
when she gets married.
I know. I
know what
reminded
you
me of
mean.
that,
I know
yeah.
what you mean. It's more of, let's say it ends with me, and it's already ending
Just
with you,
Let it be done.
and it's already ending with you. You know, I believe all of us are the curse breakers in our family. If we're not, who else?
We have to be.
Or
If not, who else?
it'll be our kids.
That
kids.
that generation's already coming into so much stuff. We gotta break it now, so
My daughter's
they
gonna be
don't
strong,
have
bro.
to, you know,
Oh yeah. But
that's like you say. My daughter lights up her room anytime she's home, anywhere she's at. I want to make sure that light is so bright that it never loses its light.
bro, that light's too bright sometimes, bro.
Oh, I love it. I need it.
Shine bright, like
You know, so go
No,
sign
I
us-
get what you're saying.
Go
though.
sign us out.
I get what you're saying, bro.
Sign us out, bro.
But I don't approve of that. Thing.
He doesn't prove my
He
name.
just wants another kid, bro. He's
It's
just
not
cute to have
happening,
another
Joey.
kid.
It's not happening.
I'm gonna
It's
go
alright.
in there in that surgery room.
And do what?
I'm gonna object.
I object,
knock
surgical
that-
man. Put that
I'll knock
thing
that
back
doctor
in
out.
there.
I'll knock that doctor out, bro.
If you do it, I'll do it. But you gotta wait till I'm not having
No.
kids.
What? What?
If you do what you're gonna do, I'll do
Snip
it.
it?
I'll do it with you. But you gotta wait till I'm done having kids.
Oh, that's like
mine's happening like in a month. so-
No, you're serious?
Yes. Didn't you postpone the first time? Did
I
you
haven't
have
set
one?
I haven't set an appointment. I just been
Nemo,
busy.
you didn't know this?
Can we wait? Just wait 2 more years.
No,
Bro, in 2 more
Yeah.
years, something's gonna happen.
I thought we could already be pregnant.
I'll buy you condoms.
No, I don't like condoms.
Bro, he's married, bro.
I
He
don't
don't need
know
no
what to tell
condoms.
Sorry.
I'm sorry,
Sign us
man.
out. Sign us out, bro.
Sign us out before we get mad
Before
and we react out of that anger.
Yeah,
Karen.
they're
'Cause I'm
come at us in the comments about what is he talking about? They don't get nobody. Look at them. They just get buffets.
we ain't got no more
I mean-
buffets, bro. They closed them all down.
I'd
We
like a
closed them
buffet.
all.
I
Yeah.
do. Buffets are good.
That was a good episode. It was a good episode back. I'm excited for episode 50.
1 year, bro.
1 year. Yeah.
Mhm.
It was good. Gosh, V would be so mad at me if I brought this energy to her show. I have no energy. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Oh, he was fine. Nemo had enough energy for the both of us.
There you go.
My man's like,
I came up with the segment, so
I love
it's
it.
easier.
I love it.
It does make it easier, I guess.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video. Subscribe to the channel. The statistics don't match up. 50% of y'all are not subscribed. Just hit the subscribe button. We know you're watching anyway. Just hit the subscribe button. It's no big deal. But until next time, y'all, we'll see you in the next one.